Hello again and welcome back to our course on PSE 15. In the previous section I showed you how to run backups, both full backups and incremental backups, and explained how important having a backup regime in place is. I also talked about some of the ways in which harm could come to your catalogue and images, and in those situations it might well become necessary to restore from a backup. Well, I'm going to deliberately, shall we say, damage this catalogue. So you remember right at the end of the previous section I made a couple of changes to a couple of images here. One of them I did an instant fix on and another one I just rotated. Let's suppose that by accident I select the original of the image that I did an instant fix on and almost everything else in my catalogue. So I'm going to go way down to, say, here. So I've got almost every image in the catalogue selected. And I'm going to go to the Edit menu and I'm going to click on Delete Selected Items from Catalogue. I'm not going to say delete all items in collapsed version sets, but I am going to say also delete selected items from the hard disk. So this is really bad news. Click on OK. One or more of the items you have selected delete may be used with one or more projects. Are you sure you want to delete the items? Yes, I am. Away it goes. Now, I've done this deliberately, but of course you or somebody else might do this accidentally. They've gone. There's not much of my catalogue left now, and at some later point I look at that and say, where have all my images gone? Where's everything gone? Where's the original of that? Most of the pictures have gone. Look at all the folders that are missing on the left there. Something terrible has happened. And at this point you decide, oh, thank goodness I've run a backup. Let me do a restore from backup and get all of my work back again. So up to the File menu and Restore Catalogue. Restore from CD or DVD or hard drive or other volume. Now in this case it's on a hard drive or other volume, so I've got to locate the backup file. What I need to do is to browse to the last incremental backup. So click on Browse. It's the tally file that I'm looking for. And now I decide where I want to restore it to. In fact, you can use backup and restore as a way of moving a catalogue and images from one device to another. So if I wanted to move my whole catalogue to a different computer, what I could do is to do a full backup to an external drive and then attach that external drive to a completely different machine that had PSE 15 installed on it. Go into the PSE 15 organizer and do a restore, but instead of saying original location I could specify new location and restore to the new location, which would set that catalogue and those files up in the new location. On this occasion though I'm just repairing damage that I've done, so I'm going to stick with the original location option and then I'm going to click on Restore. You have selected original location option as your restore location. With this option, restoring to a computer which is different from the one you have backed up might create some changes to your existing file structure. Now this warning is there basically because if you bear in mind that the images themselves may be in all sorts of different folders, if the folder structure on this different computer, suppose you've had your computer stolen or it's been broken, repaired, new hard drive or something like that, then it may be that that old folder structure is not right for the new device. So really it's a warning about this. On this occasion I know that I'm using the same computer with the same folder structure. The problem was just that I accidentally deleted a load of files. So in this occasion I don't need to worry about this. I can just say yes when it says, do you want to continue? You are restoring from an incremental backup. This will require a total of 2 backup disks from 2 backup sessions. Click OK to continue if you have these disks ready. Now of course on this occasion my 2 backups, the original full and the incremental, are both on the same memory stick. If you've put them on 2 different backup devices then you're going to need to have them both available. So once again it's just a warning to make sure that you're ready with both disks if necessary. Click on OK. Now another warning. You have chosen to restore a catalogue with the same name as the one that is currently open. It is recommended that you complete a backup of your current catalogue first before attempting to overwrite it. Now, what can sometimes happen if disaster has struck and you've only got part of the catalogue left is that if you try to restore, there may be a problem restoring. If that happens, you could finish up in the worst of all scenarios, in that not only have you tried to restore from a backup and it's gone horribly wrong, but in doing it you've overwritten and damaged the version of the catalogue that you had when you realized that something had gone wrong. So you may want to take the opportunity before you do this restore of backing up the catalogue as it was, in my case, just a couple of minutes ago. Now on this occasion, for purely demonstration purposes, I'm going to take a risk and overwrite the current catalogue. So I'm going to click on yes. Do I want to overwrite the cache which is in place? This is a sort of working area that PSE uses. I'm going to say yes to all because it is going to find files that already exist. Bear in mind the catalogue wasn't completely empty when I started the restore. Some of my images were still there. So I'm just going to say yes to all. Overwrite everything. Do the best you can to restore the catalogue to the state before I did the delete. So yes to all. Now having done the incremental, I've now got to go back to the original. Find the tally file for that. Click on open. The restore completed successfully. Click on OK. You can see that my catalogue has been fully restored, including even the instant fix version set, which was split by my accidental deletion, but that's been rebuilt successfully as well. So everything is back to the way it was. That's a successful restore. So that's pretty much it on backup and restore. You need to make your own decision about whether you do full backups every day, full backup once a week, full backup at the weekend, and incrementals during the week, or any other combination of those to suit your particular work pattern. You've seen that it's actually pretty quick to restore from backup, but if you're a little bit optimistic, as I am, you hope that you never actually have to do a restore. It's much more important to make sure that backups are done and that whatever happens, I lose the minimum amount of work if disaster strikes. So if I've done a very large amount of work at a particular time, I might do an additional backup just to make a little bit more certain than usual that I won't lose that work. That's it for this section. Please join me in the next one.